Hello there, how's your day? Ame Gakita desu. Alright, today we are going to talk about Nijisanji new wave. Apparently there is 3 new VTuber that will be joining Nijisanji EN. And I mean, like, anyone who know very well what happened to Nijisanji ever since the Salentatsuki situation or Tokiba in other if you want to kind of like in other words along the line. But actually more like to this time around, it's actually kind of interesting that normally I do see like when they announce a new debut or new debate or whatever you want to call it, the word, when they kind of announce the new wave, normally, like seriously, normally they will have like 1 month or 1 week or 1 month along the line to kind of like prepare themselves to start their debut along the line and go along with it. This time around, I'm actually kind of a little bit shocked about Nijisanji decided to just go along the line. Okay, we're gonna announce there is a new wave, and then out of nowhere they just, oh hi everyone, there is these 3 of our new members. And what 3 new members are we talking about? Well, technically we are talking about Twisty, Kara, and as well as Ryoma. And it's kind of interesting that all of them got quite a few people do kind of starting to ship based on the first impression. And normally when you debut as a corporate VTuber along the line, is that the first impression is the most important impression, because that's how you're gonna grow as a VTuber. But again, there is quite a lot of story that we have to highlight first. And before I go into one of the talent story, which amazingly there's a very dark past from the past life, which they give you a huge pinch of salt, but then again, we'll go to that situation later. So for now, we are going to talk about the new debut that will be happening in the 24th or 25th, depending on which is the timing that you are based on. And both Khyo-san and Salvi-san had actually did a video about it, where they kind of like discuss the situation. And I do agree with most of the point that a lot of people have been highlighting is the timing does not seem to make sense. It's kind of interesting that Khyo-san highlighted that they know what they get themselves into. I'm pretty sure, like, if we go with the idea that do those talent knew what they are signing up for? Do they know about the questionable contract along the line, or is it that they have reason that they have to join Nijisanji along the line, like, or even some people who say that did they did something wrong and they are trying to use Nijisanji, or maybe they are trying to use Nijisanji as the stepping stone to get into the VTuber community and then maybe graduate along the line. Who knows? There is a lot of speculation that is happening that a lot of people tend to talk about, but I still agree with one point, and that point as highlighted by Khyo-san would be that they are adult, they know what they are signing up for, and whether we like it or not, or whether they like it or not, since they have signed for it, they know what they are doing, and they are no whether we have to like say that do we have to stop them from doing this, or do we have to stop them from doing so along the line. Personally, for me, I don't think it's right for me to say that, hey, they should not do this or say they should not do that. Everyone have their right to do so. And if this the moment where these 3 VTuber decided to join Nijisanji for the sake of growing or maybe gaining an experience, I mean, by all means, go ahead. We should give them the chance. Even if the company is a very F out, or some people are calling Nijisanji Kuro-sanji or a black company along the line, I don't think it's right to attack the talents in a way, despite the hate for the company. Because the thing is, right, what a lot of people need to understand that unless the company stated that they just out of nowhere sign up the talents within like less than 1 month and then just throw them into the fire, then that would be a questionable thing. But on the other hand, we still have to respect the thing is that there is a very high chance that they signed the contract before the fire was there. I mean, like, what does that mean? Well, technically, if we actually go with the idea that Nijisanji situation with Tokibird, right, maybe when they were like during that moment when they were trying to sign new talents along the line, a lot of people just signed for the sake of trying to get into Nijisanji without realizing that the scenario behind the scene is actually on a huge fire. It's just that when Tokibird get out, I mean, like certain toxic situation. If you are not aware, when Vtuber got out, that incident got bro so big to the point that the talents just couldn't get out. So maybe just a lot of people have the giving the benefit of doubt that maybe just maybe that they sign out without realizing their story. So for now, once you sign the contract, whether some people argue that there is no I mean, like, even if legal mind step out and say that, oh, this kind of contract doesn't hold any value along the line, thing is, Nijisanji will just claim that they signed it along the line. They are obliged to follow along the line. So the best way for them it's not graduation, but it's more towards like, let's let the contract die off and maybe just get out of the whole situation once, if they really want to go off. But then again, if they choose to stay with the company, I think everyone should give them the benefit of that and let them be, because it is their choice, it is their freedom, and we should not force a person to do whatever they want. I mean, like, unless they are the one who's do all this questionable thing in the first place, then that will be a different story. So it's kind of interesting that during all this situation, when they decided to having this kind of debut, I mean, like, again, I mentioned when I say that when a company decide the new wave, right, it's not like they just pew, we're gonna give you the build right very soon, like within 1 week along the line. Normally I would believe that if they give them, like, let's say 1 month, really a 1 month to build up the hype, as well as using that moment to understand the audience, doing marketing research, understanding that what is the expectation of people for the VTuber along the line before they debut. At least maybe make use of that hype to ensure that they get the right audience. But then again, I mean, like, sometimes you have to rush a little bit of stuff, so that is also understandable. But what some people do point out, interestingly, is the date of their debut, which is basically the 25th of May. Well, anyone who kind of like take notice is that their debut, right, seems to be like almost 30 minutes of each other. So I gotta assume that they are being given a time limit of that you're gonna only have 30 minutes of debut, unless, again, have to understand one thing, unless people kind of like feel that maybe they might want to do a little bit more, maybe one person want to do 1 hour longer or 2 hour longer. But then again, I will be questioning how many people will be watching it. I mean, like, it's actually very questionable that there are 23 people with or 24 people waiting for it, or even for this will be 30 people waiting for it. I don't know. I mean, like, it's very questionable. But then again, the hate for the company is that based on my speculation, there will be people, either they ignore the whole situation or they don't care about the whole situation. I mean, like, having a over 10k subscriber at the start is already a huge step in a way. But what actually make it interesting, at least in my view, would be along the line that, hey, maybe there might be something on play, because it's kind of weird. But again, I wouldn't know whether I might being truthful or not. I mean, you guys have to understand, sometimes even I give the benefit of doubt, but at the same time I still have to take everything with a huge pinch or so and throw the sword at my own computer screen. Okay, literally I have a freaking sword next to me just for the sake of that. So the most important thing at the end of the day is that no hate for the talents, unless there is proof that they did something wrong that people want to call them out. And it didn't take long. Like, seriously, it didn't take long. So before we go into that situation, do understand that when they put out the date 25th of May, what you guys have to understand that on that day, Rimason is also having still having her 48 hours of donation. Oh, sorry, that's not the situation. Apparently that Vtuber was having her WrestleTuber 2034. So the thing is, right, what you guys have to understand that, take note of the timing that she is putting it out. She is putting it, I mean, like, some people will say, no, doesn't seem to be inclined to be or whatsoever along the line. But the thing is, right, when they choose to debut on around the same day, around the same time, maybe you can give the benefit of the doubt, like maybe 1-2 hours later along the line. Yeah, sure, I can understand that. I mean, like, when you already have a schedule set out. I mean, like, why would, like, seriously, why would Nijisanji place a debut on the day with some other big event? Anyone who know very well about Vtuber with Nijisanji is like every time when Vtuber seems to do anything, Nijisanji tend to try to purposely set a timing on that. And interestingly, apparently Gura from Hololive decided to step up and say that she's going to do her live stream as well, which I can't imagine the number of live streams that will be happening on that day. I feel a little bit bad for Rima-san. Really. But then again, if you guys can support her accordingly, do go and take a look at her video if you can. I will try to go and take a look whenever I can. I mean, like, that is only if I can squeeze out that free time, because I'm gonna be very busy in real life for other reasons. But then again, if I do have the free time, I will probably go and take a look to see. But then again, I mean, like, it's kind of weird that a lot of things crash at around the same period of timing, and can we really blame anyone for it? Not really. I mean, like, for Nijisanji situation, I would definitely say that maybe, just maybe, someone in the PR is just trying to cook up something that is very, very nasty. But again, the timing doesn't sit right. I mean, like, seriously, it does not. But then again, who knows? I mean, like, if they choose to, I mean, like, if there is not a lot of people watching their live stream, then that would tell a bigger story. But again, we'll have to, for now, this is just giving, kind of like jumping the gun, so I don't like that. So I kind of like want to give it a little bit of the benefit of doubt and give it a wait and see. Again, I mentioned they are technically new talents, so I'm gonna assume that they are all new people, or maybe who just want to start afresh, or maybe start a new life as a VTuber along the line. And it's really kind of like not how would I say it, not a old thing or a new thing or whatever thing. It is actually something that is already happening all over when it comes to corporate VTuber. And you all know very well about corporate VTuber along the line is that when you do join a VTuber company, there will always be the past life, or even even in the case that you are not a VTuber in your past life, there will always be traces of what they did before they start as a VTuber along the line. Some rare cases will be like Subaru, when she doesn't even know what is broadcast, what is idol along the line, and she just became one of the best idol in Hololive along the line. And Subaru is, again, like I mentioned, one of the best talents they have. Now, again, what does that have to prove with the current talents? Well, one of the talents, as highlighted, mentioned earlier, Real Baron Ron apparently has a past life which is very, very questionable, I would say. Very questionable, to the point that I'm actually, when I saw the rumor myself, I actually was very, very shocked about the allegation at that time, because it's actually, what you guys have to understand is that it is not it's really like not uncommon for people trying to bring down the talents before they debut, trying to use their past life to haunt them or trying to bring them down. It is not uncommon. I mean, like, there will always be cases like past life haunt and haunt you. If you do something wrong, it is going to come back and haunt you along the line, and we can't really like blame anyone for it. So it is a thing, and something that we have to I will address in a while. So you guys have to understand why I would say that. So for Real Ma-san, apparently his previous life was known as Nighttime Audio. More news as an exclusive, more like, or maybe dark past, is actually being covered by Salvi-san. That he actually put out two videos. One is the dark past, which is basically the allegation along the line, and he actually managed to get an exclusive information about that specific VTuber. So I'm not gonna go full detail into it. If you guys really want to know more about it, go to the video in the description below. You guys will check. You can check it out later if you want to. I would recommend you guys to take this information with a huge pinch of salt and throw the salt at the screen if you need to. But at the same time, do understand that it is a very strong allegation. And you don't really hear me that can be, all the information being provided can be considered a hard evidence. Normally, I would say allegation of salt evidence along the line, but this time around it is a very strong allegation that even I feel that is is enough to kind of like prove that maybe the person is not as good as what we think. Now, what is the allegation? Well, in simple form, it is basically gaslighting, manipulation, lie, false, scam along the line, and it seems like someone that like Vote Akuma version 2, but more worse along the line, and it's really dangerous to think that is such a thing. From how you look at the whole scenario, from how you look at the whole situation, it is very scary, because the thing is, right, normally when you have things that happen to you in the past, like, it is gonna affect you in the negative way. And what's more, when I actually take a look at appearing the last video, it is very interesting that it is like around the time of this recording, it's not even 1 month old, and interestingly that the video is a black screen. The last, and it's almost 15 minutes, okay? Almost 15 minutes. It's kind of interesting, because the thing is that when you take a look at the whole scenario, it's like, hey, I remember that. There is also the 15 minutes at the Nijisanji for the Vtubers Salentatsuki situation. He said, yes, it is. It seems very familiar, right? Oh, yeah. Did he learn from them? Maybe. Who knows? I mean, like, it seems to align with a lot of things. But when I actually take a look at, I didn't watch the video, just in case you guys are wondering. I actually take a look at just the first view, and it's already kind of understandable that this guy is really going with the boyfriend experience ASMR scenario, and that is kind of like a lot of red flags based on the title. Is it a good thing or is it a bad thing? I will leave that to you guys to decide. But for me, it is technically a red flag that telling me that this guy definitely need help. But then again, if he end up himself in Nijisanji and he feel that Nijisanji is going to be the one to give him help, by all means go ahead, I'm not stopping him. But the thing is, right, based on what Salvi cover, this person always tend to gaslight or manipulate his fan, or more along the line to buy expensive stuff for him. I mean, like, sure, if people donate to me, I'm very happy, but I wouldn't go to the point of asking people to donate me like millions of dollars or hundreds of dollars just for the sake of for it. I mean, like, if people donate me $10 to eat something nice, I'm gonna accept that $10. But if people give me $100 just for the sake of no reason, sorry, take back your money. I mean, like, sure, I may be in need of money, but then again, you have to give me reason why I need to take your money along the line. I mean, like, that's not how donation work for me, alright? So it's really something that seems really questionable in many ways. But at the end of the day, we can't be sure. I mean, like, based on the voice, it seems to be same person. I mean, like, he has his shot, so there is form of his voice being out, as well as all you need to do is just listen, is it really the same person? But I do recommend you guys to take a look at Salvi's exclusive. It is really an exclusive thing. Oh my, Salvi-san, he's growing. So the thing is, right, when I take a look at the video, I was very shocked about the information. But on the other hand, again, you have to understand that we still have to take this with a huge spin also and throw the salt at the screen, because we can't be sure is it a thing. Because if I mean, like, I actually talked with Salvi-san and he agreed with me on this point, is that sometimes VTuber, when they graduate, like, let's say for example, if nighttime graduate in a way, and he became real Ma, then there is a possibility that he want to wash himself off his old past, his past life, and he want to start everything anew, and we can't blame him for that. Because the thing is, right, it is not uncommon for VTuber who join corporate agency along the line that, hey, maybe that they just want to restart everything, they want to reset everything, and that's the reason why he joined the company, is that basically that maybe he feel that he will be protected by the company along the line, or maybe he feel that it will be a new fresh start. He want to remove all the, he want to forget about all the bad thing, about all the old thing, and then moving into a corporate company will be meaning that he will start a new along the line. Who knows? But if that is how he feel, then I think I mean, like, as much as I hate to say this, we still have to give him the benefit of doubt and see how it goes. But if he does show sign of not growing or basically doing the same thing as in the past, then I think it's fair to say that it's all fair game. What the person posts in the document is true, and it's just basically that the allegation of people saying that, hey, Nijisanji is not even doing a proper check or background check among their talents. And it's kind of interesting because I recall someone from Salvi community telling this, saying this, and I was listening carefully, and I feel that it's a very strong point that I think it is a possibility, but then again, who knows. Basically what the person actually said was that Nijisanji just say along the line that what is your special ability? And the talent just say manipulation, because I can trick my talent, I can trick my audience along the line to do what I want. And if that is the case, the company say, hey, perfect fit, I'm gonna hire you along the line. Then yeah, this just proves that Nijisanji is really not doing a proper check, and that is a very questionable thing that we have to address. But on again, like I mentioned, on the other hand, we can't be sure about the whole audio. Is it really the true? I'm still waiting for further information. I mean, like, yes, Salvi-san did put up the whole exclusive document out, but again, it is still incomplete apparently by the user, and we have to wait for the news to be released in full before we can give a proper take. But then again, based on this information, based on the document, I do recommend you guys to go and take a look at Salvi-san video and understand more. And it's again, like, in my view, it is a very, very scary allegation. I have watched, I have researched on my end, and so far not much information. Like, there's really no information on Twisty and Clara. Maybe they cover their chat very carefully, or maybe there's nothing about them at the moment, who knows. But when one of the talents already have a very questionable past life, that's a very that's debate is not gonna be very, very good. I mean, like, maybe some people will talk about it, maybe some people will not talk about it, who knows. I mean, like, for now, when the debut is already starting off with a rough start, yeah, not looking good in any case. But then again, who knows? I mean, like, if you want to support him, or maybe of some of the other talents, by all means, go ahead. I'm not stopping you guys. But then again, when I saw some of the Nijisanji comment on Twitter, it's just insane the way they're trying to defend their little boy without understanding the full story. Or maybe some people saying that, oh, Nijisanji, not a day with the drama. Yeah, I will just give you a wait and see approach. But then again, you guys have to forgive me for giving a little bit of half-hearted random chat and take this time around, because there is still things that I don't want to jump the gun at the time of this recording. But then again, I still kind of like can see a lot of points, like both sides. Maybe he just the guy want to have a fresh take, a fresh life along the line. Maybe yes, maybe no, maybe I don't know. But at the time of this recording, I would just say that whether the document is true or not, we will give it. We have to wait for further further release, or at least information released to the public. But anyway, what will I be doing? Will I be watching the debut? Unlikely. I mean, like, at this point, I would just say unlikely. But I will probably be taking a look at Rima and Tokibird live stream. There's a very, very high possibility for now. More so on Rima-san, because I do want to see her host mode. That would be the best one ever. At least for 2024. But again, that is also all my speculative thought, my speculative take, and so as this is just a random talk. If you do have your own thought, your own take, and your own opinion, do write in the comment below and we can discuss it further. But till then, if you do like this video, don't forget to press the like button and subscribe for more random chat where I talk about stuff that never follow a single trend, or maybe yes, maybe no, maybe I don't know. But till then, I hope you guys have a nice day or night.